Hey guys, my name is Jenna, and today I'm going to discuss stage 8 of the change process, which is anchoring new approaches in the culture. There's a couple different reasons that this chapter really stood out to me. The first reason was it actually helped me to understand why I didn't get a job I applied for a few years back. After high school, I attended a community college for 2.5 years where I received my associate's degree. While I was there, I built really strong relationships with the staff, the administration, the teachers, really took time to get involved in the community. And I also worked for the business department where I assisted 5 of the business major teachers. And I discussed in my post last week that I helped and was a part of a major cultural change that the business major underwent. Upon completing my degree, a position came available in the admissions department, and I applied along with 50 other people, and it was about a 4 to 5 month interview process. I made it to the final 2, and this required Skype interviews, panel interviews, interviews with the president, discussions with the administrative director, the dean, HR, you name them at the college, I met with them. And I thought I was a pretty good candidate for this position because I knew the college very well. I had built strong relationships, and I felt that my interviews went great. Turns out I didn't get the job. I was really bummed at first because, like I said, I thought I was a perfect fit. But it turns out, after reading this chapter, I realized that I didn't fit into the culture of what the admissions department was. The director of admissions was a great guy, but he was very serious. No joking around, not a lot of room for laughing and having fun. It was just come to work, do your work, and go home. Whereas me, I love to work hard. I like accomplishing things. I have goals, but I also like to have fun and build relationships with people, and I'm very extroverted. And that just wasn't something that was really for the admissions department. On page 158 of the text, Cotter tells us that those recruiting or hiring typically don't come out and say, one of the big reasons we're hiring you is because we think you fit in, that you share our values and beliefs, and that you'll adjust easily to your norms. They don't typically say this because people aren't aware of how much their culture actually influences their choice of hiring people. The second reason that I really liked this chapter is because it gave me the ability to pause and think about the culture of the current work environment I'm in. So I had discussed before that my husband and I are taking over a commercial real estate business from his father, and there's things in the culture, now that I've looked at it, that I really like, and there's other things that I think can be improved on. So in regards to things that I liked, we have a very honest culture where if someone says they're going to do something, you can believe them that they're going to do that. We have a relationship-based culture where relationships are very important with one another, with families, with tenants. We work good as a team, and we really value our relationships that we have with everyone that we work with. We're a culture that requires you to be all in all the time. So there's some days that you'll work 6 a.m. to noon. There's other days you'll work 8 to 8. It's just whenever you need to be there, the job needs to get done. It's not an 8 to 5, which is nice. The hours are flexible, but it requires you to be all in at any point during the day, during the week. And as my father-in-law passes this company on to me and my husband, I think he knew that there was things in the culture that we would change and that would be better if they changed. And on page 164 of the text, Cotter says that changing the culture may require changing people. And I think my father-in-law was implementing this when he hired me. So things in our culture that could change is we could definitely be better organized. Nobody actually really knows who's in charge. Everybody just kind of works, but that can be confusing for us and for tenants and for contractors because nobody knows who to go to, who's in charge of what areas in the business. Another area I think we could improve on in our culture is being focused on a bigger picture rather than just the day-to-day work. Being focused on how we can grow as a company and how we can also help our tenants' businesses to grow. We would like to be the best commercial real estate company in Maine, and in order to do that, our culture really needs to be reflectant of that. So in conclusion, on page 165 of the text, Cotter tells us that the better you understand the existing culture, the more easily you can figure out how to push the urgency level up, how to create the guiding coalition, and how to shape the vision, and so forth. So I think understanding our culture now and understanding where I would like our culture to be will help me in finishing the first 7 steps of the change process. Thanks, guys.